I received this on 5/19/23, and I'm not going to go into details about the dream, but I will say this is that there are those out there who are stealing people's identity. And when it comes to identity, it does not mean only your name. They mimic and copy basically everything that you do, how you speak, um, do words, hand gestures, hair, clothing, like everything. Okay? They mimic and copy everything. Now, gifts, talents, and words that God has given you, what they do is they take everything that God has spoken through you and they keep it, take it, keep it, or they repurpose to make it their own. And it said like God, like they would say like God told them, um, and showed them this. But that's where you have to be careful because God who, you know, if people don't talk about or even mention Jesus or even, and the thing about this is where it gets tricky. People can mention Jesus, but there'll be no sign of Jesus in their life. That's why too, like a lot of people be like, no, they don't. Yes, they do. But a lot of times people will mention other, that's why you always got to ask like, what God are you talking about? And with this, they will mix new witchcraft and new age is what I heard, with their messages. And they taint the message that the Lord gave to the true anointed. And but when they took it, they corrupted it, and I saw darkness come upon it. And they corrupted it, defiled it because it mixed it. And it reminded me of the beginning. I mean, I don't know if I was supposed to mention this, but it just made me remember the beginning where uh, the Watchers went and saw the daughters, human women, and defiled and corrupted. They mixed. That's what I was getting. So when you mix something of God with something that is defiled, you know what I'm saying? It's no longer of God's kingdom. That's the only way I can explain it. Sometimes I can't explain things. That's the only way I can explain it. It gets corrupted, defiled, and so they were thinking that no one sees, no one knows. Okay, so the thing is that these people have like a lot of them have like higher following, versus the person they stealing and taken from, and they think that nobody knows and nobody sees, but God does. But the people who follow them, they don't know because they're repurposing. They even they speaking like these people. And a lot of people don't know them because for one, they don't have people. People don't even know they exist hardly. People see them and just go straight on by them. Like because for one, we live in a day and time. People go by like. Um, they look at you as worthy as how many people following you, and that doesn't not attribute to your worth. I mean, at all. But hey, this is the world we live in. And so that's what they're thinking. But the thing is also is that a lot of people look at only talk about witches and warlocks, and but there's other things out there too. Sorcery, sages, magicians, Satanists, and also mysticism is rising. I've seen a lot. I've been getting a lot of that word mysticism has been popping up, and I got this word on 12/24/22, and it kind of coincides with this. That's why I never gave it out, and it's called forbidden fruit. They bit into the fruit and received the knowledge, but the knowledge is not from God. And I saw an image of a woman biting fruit, and she thought in her vain imaginations, I am wise, but it wasn't from God. And see, a lot of times when you listening under people, and these people are giving out message or whatever, and it's a lot of things from that. You sit up underneath people giving messages, and they thinking that they are wise in their own eyes. You become corrupted because their fruit is corrupted. Their words they're speaking is corrupted. So now you become corrupted. I mean, people don't understand that. The forbidden fruit is a lot of things. When it comes to even the word, what I'm saying, speaking the word. If somebody is speaking from a place of corruption, everything they touch and everything they speak is corrupted. So if they're speaking over you, guess who's going to become corrupted? You. I don't care if you are a person of God. You will become defiled. Your vessel, your spirit will become defiled. That's why you got to watch out. Never says you won't. That's why you got to watch your spirit. You got to watch everything and who you around. These people know this. And if that's why they're deceiving many people. They're deceiving a lot of people in the body as well because they're mixed in and they're spreading these messages. And they're thinking I'm wise in my own eyes type thing. And they come off that way. That's why you got to pay attention. They literally come off like this. And they think they have the wisdom of the universe and all this kind of stuff, like everything. What you think mysticism is? It's a difference between the knowledge of God and the wisdom of God and the understanding of God. But when you tap into the wisdom of other things, that's not of God. That's coming from something else and someone else. So the voices that they are hearing is not of God. That is of another kingdom. So the information is impure. Everything they're talking about, everything they're speaking about, because they ingested it, it's now impure. So whoever come into agreement, guess what you think is going to happen to you? And a lot of these people have a lot of people following them. I'm just here to warn. Be careful who you listen to.